Good evening, John.
How you doing?
Good. Congratulations on the win tonight and going out on your own terms. I'm over here. So,
Sorry, couldn't find you.
That's all right.
A lot of lights.
That's gotcha. Was the retirement announcement something that you were going to do no matter what the result tonight was, or was that something that if you win, you'll go out like this? If it didn't go out your way, that you would go back and reevaluate?
No, I knew I was done. I'm 38. I have been competing at a pretty high level since middle school and high school, and I'm just a lot of intensity. And I'm ready to move on to a part of my life where I live vicariously through other people in the gym, and my main training partner is Corey Crumpler over here. I've been putting him through a lot, making him work for a long time to get me ready for things. It's time to, move on and do other things and run my gym. And it was just a real blessing to have a fight like that with somebody that caliber. It would have been great to get an easy fight to go out on, but it was really good I knew this last camp, I had to treat it like I'm fighting for a world title to be able to come out with a win. And it wasn't exciting. And if I know some people booed and didn't like it, but if you think I wanted to lay there and squeeze him for that long, you were wrong. I wanted out. So it's just what I had to do.
So speaking to that, what made you make that decision in the third round to basically just hang on for that victory?
So it's kind of funny. I went out going in the third round. I was like, all right, I just got to get one more takedown. I'll control and maybe I'll open up a little bit if I get on top this time, because it wasn't as desperate to just make sure I control the round. And I slipped on my takedown. So when he hit, there's a lot of separation. I dove on him and I just kind of ended up with that body triangle. And I told myself, one of my training partners is Joe Selecki, and he's the master of holding that body triangle from standing. And I just told myself, if Joe Selecki can do it, I can man up and I can do it for the rest of this round. And I thought the round was almost over and looked at the clock and there's 3 minutes left. And I was real bummed out when I saw that, but I was able to stick with it. And you get to the point where you're kind of past the point of no return. Your legs are burnt out. There's no letting go. And it's just what you got to stick with.
So when the boos start to come in, that didn't make you want to, restart the fight, change some blows?
I don't know if you've ever been hit by Aaron Jeffery, but it did not make me want to stand back in front of him.
Hey, what's going on, John? MMA Locker Room here, part of Puff Sports Radio. Fanatical win out there, man. How you feeling?
Feeling good. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So let's look back at your career real quick. A little jog down memory lane. You ever remember finishing a fight like that, being a big underdog?
Yeah, I think I started my career that way. I kind of just took fights. Coming out of college and being a collegiate national champ, it was hard to get fights. So I would just travel, go to people's hometowns where they're the big, they're supposed to beat me up and go fight like that. So kind of did that my whole career, coming in, taking the fight where Brandon Halsey was supposed to be his fight to get back to taking the title again, but I kind of surprised my ranking is higher than his and I was the big underdog. But, I knew coming in, it was just another one of those fights where it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. I know what I can do. And I was a little surprised that I was never able to open up on the ground. I thought eventually he's going to stop having that explosion to get up, but he never slowed down. So I never did find my spot to start looking for subs.
Got it. And the same was out there as, whoever fights John Salter, you're pretty much a title fight away from fighting for that belt. I mean, you didn't waste no energy out there. We know you retired, but, you feel like you might be having that itch a little bit anytime soon to come back after that win?
I'll say the only way that I come back is if Costello Vanstinas wins the title and wants to fight me again. That'd be the only way I come back. I know he really wants to fight me again. Lost a few years off my life in that fight, but I'll do it again if he's got the title. That's the only way.
Hey, John, K. Williams for Can Chronicles Media. Congratulations on the well-decorated career.
Thank you so much.
As you exit the great sport of MMA, what does the term legacy mean for you personally?
I think at this point, it's growing the sport, helping people compete in the sport, being a coach and, maybe more than that, being a role model to how people need to prepare to fight, how to act when they're fighting and everything like that. So I think just going back to my gym, Salty Dog Jiu-Jitsu and Port City MMA, and just growing the sport from there. And I think that's where I want my legacy to be. I never wanted people to remember me as this fighter and everything like that. I want people to remember me as a man that follows Christ and that's, I'm support my family in every way that I can, and I think that's the most important thing I can do. So I hope that that's the legacy that I leave.
Hey, John, congrats on the win.
Thank you so
Question, man.
much.
Thank you. Yeah. Question, man. You pretty much dominated the fight. I was very impressed with the way that you did your game plan there. But did he do anything in particular that like surprised you, or maybe his strength, or anything that you noticed that you were like, "Whoa, man"?
Well, what I really expected, I think that's one of the best questions, because I came out thinking I'm going to trap that forearm. We worked on that a lot, trap that forearm, and then I'm eventually going to move to dominant position. And every time I let go of the arm, he's right back up on it. And I thought, okay, second round, he's cooked. He's not going to be able to have that kind of pace by getting up on his elbow. And he did it every time. And the other thing is, I landed some what I thought was some pretty hard shots. I mean, I know I don't hit super hard, but for me, I thought they were pretty hard shots. And every time he was right back in my face. And just a real bummer that I don't have more power, I guess. But he was just a stud everywhere and never slowed down.
And as we all saw, you retired after the fight. How do you like celebrate now? You're kind of close to San Diego, Los Angeles, and then what? 4 hours away is Vegas. Are you just gonna go back home?
Yeah, get back home to my daughter. She just turned 2, and we're having her 2-year-old birthday this next week. And my favorite holiday, Easter's coming up. So that's how we're going to celebrate, do the family stuff, and I can't wait.
Hey, John, right here. Simon Simano with MMA Junkie. Congratulations on the win and a good career as well. I wanted to ask, not everybody, when they're about to announce their retirement, is receiving boos. And, what did you think of the moment, the way the crowd was treating you as you were getting ready to say your farewell?
MMA fans are the best and they're the worst, I love the fans and how excited they are. And the funny thing is, the person that boos you when you walk by them, they can't wait to give you a high five and shake your hand. It's just the nature of the sport. And I don't like being boring. I like putting people away. I'm a finisher. I think you see that throughout my career. And so, if I'm not going for a finish, it's because who I'm fighting is not giving me any opportunities. And so it just is what it is. That wasn't my game plan, just to hold him down. My game plan was to cook him and finish him. And just a guy that I'm not going to find a way to finish.
And Jeffrey is someone that Bellator is high on. As you exit, do you feel a little bad that you send him out, that you go out, with the W, but you send this guy with an L to his record?
No, I think you look through my career, you look at Aaron Jeffery, you look at Costello Venstinas, you look at Dustin Jacoby and Chidi Njikwani. I mean, I've put a lot of L's on people's records that have gone on some big tears and really showed what they have the ability to do. So I have no doubt that Aaron Jeffery is going to be, top 2 or 3 guy in a year or two. So, I don't think that that's going to set his career back at all.
And the last question for me, as you leave MMA as a competitor, what do you hope for the sport from this point forward?
I just hope it keeps growing. I think it's getting more mainstream. I think that's huge. And I hope that people realize that they're role models to kids now. There was a time when kids didn't watch MMA, they do now. So I hope that fighters realize you need to put on, a good show for how people should act as they grow and show class. So that's what I really hope for the sport, and I'm excited to see where it goes. It's just all uphill, and it just gets more and more professional every day. I think that's awesome.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hey, John, congratulations on your win and congratulations on a great career. You've been in this game for a long time.
For sure.
Just what do you want your legacy to be? And what do you want people to remember John Salter as?
Well, I hope that what people see is that I was not a crazy athletic, explosive guy. I was just able to outwork everybody. And I always kind of told myself when I was in college, coming in, these guys are way better wrestlers than me. I can't do a whole lot, my freshman year to change that, but I can affect that I'm in the weight room more than they are. I can be stronger than them. And I just hope that people see, even if you don't necessarily have that fast twitch muscle that some of these guys have, that people love seeing these knockouts, that if you work hard enough, you can make a place for yourself in this sport.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, guys.